Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are going to do the Tale of Peter Rabbit part 2. So we're just going to do our comprehension questions and our word work, and then I will explain your assignment. All right. So let's review our objectives and our key vocabulary. All right. So review the morals of two different folk tales. Explain the moral of a folk tale. Demonstrate an understanding of the word mischief, which just means define and use the word mischief. Retell a folk tale. All right. Now, our key vocabulary. We have exert, mischief, naughty, sobs, and thief. Okay. Remember, exert is a verb, and it means to make a strong effort or to try really hard. Okay. The runner thought, if I exert myself, I can make it to the finish line. Mischief is a noun, and it is behavior that causes trouble, right? Mrs. Rabbit told her little rabbits not to get into mischief while she was away. Did Peter Rabbit get into mischief? Oh, yes. Peter Rabbit did get into mischief, didn't he? All right, what about the word naughty? Remember, naughty is an adjective, and it means bad or mischievous, all right? And we said Jalen did a naughty thing by putting worms into his sister's shoes. Ew, gross. That's definitely naughty. Do you remember this word? Do you remember this word? This is the word sob. Sobs is a noun, and it means sobs are the sounds made when someone is crying very hard, right? I could hear the sobs of the little boy who was looking for his lost dog. All right. So now that we've reviewed our vocabulary words and our objectives, let's do our I have a piece of hair that is on my hand. It's not attached to my head, but it's really bothering me. Okay, comprehension questions and word work. So what advice does Mrs. Rabbit give Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter in the beginning of the story? What does she tell them? She tells them, don't go into Mr. McGregor's garden and don't get into mischief, right? Who follows Mrs. Rabbit's advice? Who listens? Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail. Who is naughty and does not follow her advice? Who's naughty and does not follow her advice? Peter. What does he do? What does Peter do? He goes into Mr. McGregor's garden. Why do you think Peter chooses not to follow his mother's advice? Why do you think he doesn't listen to his mama? Maybe he's curious or adventurous, or maybe he just wants to be naughty. I mean, we don't really know. Maybe he wanted some vegetables to eat. How do you think Peter feels when he is finally home again? How do you think he feels when he finally gets home? What do you think? I think he's probably relieved. So he's probably like, oh, thank goodness I made it out alive. But I also think he's probably tired. And he's probably, his tummy probably still don't feel very good, right? Because he ate a lot of vegetables, you remember? I want you to think of what lesson this story teaches. What lesson does this story teach? What did it teach us? To listen to our parents, right? To be good listeners. Do you think that Mrs. Rabbit is ever going to find out that Peter was in Mr. McGregor's garden? Do you think she's going to find out? There's not really a right or wrong question. This is just your opinion. Okay. All right, let's do a little bit of word work, okay? In the read aloud, you heard Mrs. Rabbit say, "Now run along and don't get into mischief." I want you to say the word mischief with me. Ready? Mischief. Can you say it again? Mischief. Can you say it in a whisper voice? Mischief. How about in a robot voice? Mischief. You want to do it again in a robot voice? Ready? Mischief. Very good. All right. Mischief is behavior that causes trouble. My little sister is full of mischief. She's always thinking of ways to annoy me. Are you full of mischief? Do you know somebody who is full of mischief? Or could you think of any other characters and stories who are full of mischief? What kind of mischief do they get into? I want you to try to use the word mischief when you are telling about it. And I want you to tell someone at home. You can tell a stuffed animal. You can tell a pet. All right. So go ahead, pause the video and do that. All right. So I thought of an example. The shepherd boy, he gets into mischief because he lies and he cries, "Wolf, wolf," even when there's not a wolf, right? So I think he is full of mischief. So what's this word we've been talking about again? Can you tell me what's the word we've been talking about? Mischief. That's right. So we are going to play a game, and you're going to stand up if it is mischief, and you're going to stay sitting if it is not mischief, okay? And I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to describe a situation, okay? So I'm going to give you an example. And if it's mischief, you're going to say that's mischief, and you're going to stand up. And if it is not an example of mischief, I want you to say that is not mischief, and I want you to sit down, okay? The puppy nipped at his brother's ear. Nipped means bit. What do you think? That is mischief, so you should be standing up. Okay. Oop, almost fell down. I shared my crayons with my partner during art. That is not mischief, so you should be sitting down. I try to always do what my parents ask me to do. Is that mischief? No, that is not mischief, so you're going to stay sitting down. The boy hid his dad's shoes. That is mischief. Stand up. The boy cried, "Wolf, wolf," when there really wasn't a wolf. That is mischief. So stay standing up. All right, guys. Good job. And I want you to look at the directions for your assignment today. And I cannot wait to look at what amazing work you guys have. See you later.